Now, with a true trailblazer, Cynt Marshall believes her purpose is to pave the way, and it's been like that since she was a child. She was the first black student body president at her high school, the first black cheerleader ever at UC Berkeley, the first black female senior executive at AT&T, and now the first black female CEO in the male-dominated NBA.
Wow.
Cynt Marshall may be the first, but she is determined to ensure she is not the last.
I have to pinch myself and say, wow, I'm really doing this. But I never feel pressure. I never feel a burden from it. I just feel like, okay, I'm supposed to do a great job to make sure there's a second, a third, a fourth, and create that pipeline.
Personally recruited by Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban to turn around the corporate culture. Cynt had no experience with professional basketball, but she did have a stellar reputation as Chief Diversity Officer for AT&T Corporation. Cuban says he knew after one meeting they would make a winning team.
With the Mavs, I wasn't into, the day-to-day of the business side of it. I just want to win basketball games and championships. So we didn't pay a lot of attention to the culture and communication skills and the needs of employees, and she just turned that 180 degrees.
Our mission is to excite. Somebody say excite! Inspire!
Marshall's first order of business as CEO, meeting with every single staffer in the Mavs organization and doing what she calls the 3 L's. Listen, learn, and love.
Everybody that I've spoken to says you ask about where they were born and you are serious, like you won't let them leave until they tell you their life story. Why do you do that?
Because I want to know who's sitting in front of me. I want to know who is in that workplace when I'm walking in so that I can know how to serve these people.
Take pride in the fact that you work for the Dallas Mavericks. Take pride in the fact that you are part of an NBA team that people are looking at and smiling these days and saying, you know what, they've been through a lot, but they've got it done.
She also put into place a set of core values at the Mavericks with the acronym CRAFTS.
Character, respect, authenticity, fairness, teamwork, and safety, both physical and emotional safety. You can be nice, which is what my mother always taught us, be nice to people.
Marshall shares her leadership philosophy and life lessons in a deeply personal memoir called You've Been Chosen.
Your story is not an easy one. I mean, your childhood was in the projects with a very abusive father. And then when your mom had the courage and strength to get you guys out of there to protect you,
yes,
your father stole every piece of furniture, every item out of that house and left you with nothing. And yet somehow you found the good in it.
Because my mom taught us it's not where you live, it's how you live. And with God, all things are possible.
Hearing her story, it's clear Cynt has never let life's painful challenges stop her from finding the bright side. After she and husband Kenny suffered years of heartbreak trying to have children of their own, they adopted their 4 now adult children as toddlers out of the foster care system. And when she was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer, she decided she would love her portable chemotherapy machine, so much so that she named him Winston, after Taye Diggs' character in How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
It's so funny because I'd have that thing in bed and it makes noise because it's pumping the medicine in. And my husband says, not only have you named him, so I got your boyfriend in the bed with me, okay? But now he's snoring too? He goes, can you tell him to be quiet? I'm like, nah, he's working.
He worked all right. Today, Cynt is cancer-free, and her can-do spirit has done wonders for the Mavericks, where there's a 111% increase in sponsorship revenue, a 64% increase in ticket sales, and a 200+% increase in the number of women and people of color at the senior level of the organization. And here's just one more example of how Cynt Marshall can turn just about anything into a positive.
You are able to find a teaching moment in some really terrible things, like your father telling you and your sister point blank that you guys will end up as street workers.
Yeah, Wall Street. Wall Street sisters.
I can't tell you how much I love this woman. Cynt was on Wall Street ringing the opening bell for AT&T as an officer of the company. And when it was over, she walked outside. She stood under the street sign for Wall Street. She shed a tear and she thanked God. She called her mom to tell her that story. And her mom said these now famous words, "You've been chosen."
What a great story.
I mean, unreal.
And I love the fact you saw a story about her and you said you wanted to meet her.
Yep.
And show it to everybody here. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Not many people are aware of her.
Yeah, she is.
What was
a
it about her
blessing.
story when you saw the story about her that you were like, I want to share?
I met her about a year ago. I took my son to a Mavericks game, and I had the pleasure of meeting her in passing. And the positivity that radiates from this woman, it's overwhelming. And I never forgot her. And then I saw a little picture of her about 3 months ago, an article about leaders, and I was like, I need to do this story. And I'm so happy to share her with all of you. She's a love.
We're happy you did.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Wow.
Thank you for that.
Check out her book.
Before,
You've been chosen.
in the commercial break, you said this woman like meant everything,
Yeah,
and you were so.
I've been on TV for 30 years. She might be my favorite person.
Wow.
All right,
Thanks.
I get it. I get it.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.